Hello, hello. It's Jamieson-Folland to talk about productivity. Now, when it comes to productivity, one of the most powerful places that we can begin is with something called less is more, what I call less is more. And this is a concept that I'd heard about, but my goodness me, it came home to me when it was shared with me, or shared by my uncle when he was chatting with me. So it's my dad's brother. And our conversation at the time, which makes you think, well, how come he was talking about that? Let me explain. At the time, my uncle had just come over to visit me and was a little bit concerned to learn that I'd been experiencing angina, waking at night with it for a few months by then. And this was at a time in my life when I was working long hours. And I was doing that because I had lots of goals in my life and I knew that I wasn't afraid of working hard. And I figured, look, I just need to work harder to get the results I wanted. And it was before I actually realised that I had my ladder balanced against the wrong wall. That's how I describe it now. So I was working about 100 hours a week, thinking that if I could keep that up and just keep doing it, then I would get to where I wanted to go. And if I've been on the right track, then maybe that would be so. But even so, 100 hours a week is not something I do recommend. And I'd actually been doing that for a few years. I kept that up for about 9 years. And so, yeah, my uncle had come to visit, and we were both we were chatting because we both inherited heart disease from my dad's side of the family, so his side of the family. And I'd actually at that point been given 3 years to live unless I took medication every day for the rest of my life, because my dad, his brother, had died a few years previously from a big heart attack. And I was diagnosed with some of the health challenges. So my uncle knew the risk of me actually experiencing that angina. And I remember him saying, I can remember where I was standing in the garden. We went outside and had a chat in between my patients. I think I had a wee break, or it was a lunch break or something. And he said, look, Fee, less is more. And I can remember kind of thinking, oh, that all sounds great and philosophical. You know, how do I work that out into my life when it's just jam-packed already? And I just remember I really got what he wanted to express to me at that time, because he said, look, you're on a trajectory right now, and you can see where you're going with this. You're not daft. You know, you've got medical training. How bad does it need to get? And by putting less into your life, then you're actually going to get a better result. You're going to get more of a life. And so that was a pretty extreme example that I certainly got it. And when it comes to any part of our life, I was actually recently coaching with a lady I work quite closely with, and we're talking about, we're basically working on her being able to create an income so she can actually have a lifestyle, have some freedom, and a residual income stream. And we're talking about actually taking some of the things out that, well, the way that I recommend actually doing this, the exercise that I recommend that we've been doing, or she'd gone and done, is to pick the top 5 priorities for that week, and then actually take away the bottom 2 and find someone who can do those, who we can outsource to. And in the early stages, until the income's there, is to actually find someone where we can do a trade. So there might be something that we can offer that can be a trade for their services to complete those for us. So, and then, you know, at some stage go into a more formal arrangement. But that's how we did things like cleaning, massage in the early days, the things that we knew we needed, we outsourced those, and also bookwork. So bookkeeping work. So for you, what would be the 2 things that you would outsource on your priority list so that you can actually be working towards less is more? And I promise you, when you do these things, I will guarantee that if you actually follow through with these things, you will notice that productivity in terms of the results that you're able to achieve in the same time that you've got in a day can turn around. So, as always, I love hearing from you, and I look forward to seeing you on this week's Live with Fee, where we'll go deeper. Ciao for now.